Okay, hi everyone, hi colleagues. All right, I'm going to do a few short videos to walk you through how to get our new Providence e-gradebook up and running. All right, so this is what it looks like on the summer page, but I'm going to show you where you go and get it. So you need to go into our Teachers Hub, and once you go, here's our Teachers Hub here. Once you go into our Teachers Hub, I want you to go down to a folder, and the folder is called Gradebooks and other end of term forms. So you just click on that, and here it will be here. Here is the grade book for 1 to 3, and here is the grade book for 4, 5, and 6. Now, you must remember once you get in the grade book, once you open the grade book, all right, so let me open this one, you need to make a copy because you're only a viewer at this point. So what you're going to do is File, here, make a copy. You're going to make a copy and you're going to rename it however you want to rename it. So this one here that you're going to click on, you will not be able to make any adjustments to it. You'll have to make a copy. If you don't want to make a copy that way, you can go right here on the Google, this file, click the one that relates to you, and it will automatically make a copy in your Google Drive. So those are the two choices you have. All right, so when we open our spreadsheet or Google Sheets, this is what you're going to see. If you don't see this, look on the bottom here. If you look here, you'll see some tabs. So what you want to do is you want to start off at the source information tab. And this is where you're going to put all information that you're going to need, and that will carry over for every sheet. So for the academic year, you're going to put academic year here, typing, and you're going to fill in all the other information, term, grade, and teacher's name. Once you've entered that information, what you're going to find is that on every sheet, that information has come over. So there's no need to type it on every subject sheet. Okay, then we go back to source information, and we are going to type in our information here. I'm going to fill in last name, and you're going to make sure you enter them in the order that you want them to appear. So alphabetical order, boys first, girls first, however you want it to appear, because once you enter it here, if you move the order, you're going to run into trouble. So decide how you want to enter it and start entering the data. So you're going to enter last name, first name. You're going to enter gender by pulling down this, male or female, and you're going to enter date of birth. And when we enter date of birth, the example that shows you there, for November 16, 2013, you're just going to write 16 NOV 13 and the date will come up. So I'm going to enter some information for you to see. Okay, so I've entered 2 students here, and I've entered one is male, one is female, and the date of birth. So you would do that for all the students that you have. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to manage the weightings of the grades. So over at the weighting of grades, you see you have all the subject areas. Remember, this is grades 4, 5, and 6. So you have a different one for grades 1, 2, and 3, but the same rule applies. We need to know what the weighting is. So the weighting of the unit test, the homework, classwork, and project. So for example, if your weighting for the unit test is 40%, and the weighting of the homework and classwork is 20%, and the weighting of the project is 40%, then we get a total of 100%. You must get a total of 100. If you don't get a total of 100, this will always remain red, and you know that you have a problem. So make sure you fix that before you proceed. For subjects like spelling, where you don't have projects and you probably don't have homework and coursework, just put 100% in the spelling. All right. So you have to make the adjustments in terms of the specific areas, and to make the adjustments in case you didn't have projects. All right. So you'll fill in all of that, um, and this will be transferred over into each subject area. All right. So I won't go through that, but you know how that works. All right. So let us take a look at an individual subject. Let us take mathematics. Here we said maths is 40, 20, 40 is the weighting. When we go on the math tab here at the bottom, you'll notice it comes up automatically. Unit test 40, classwork, homework 20, and project is 40. You'll also notice that all the information about the term and the grade has come up, and also all the students will be listed here as well. So let us start entering the information, and this is for coursework. Here on these tabs is where we enter the coursework information. I will show you in a moment where we enter the exam grades. So let us say the first unit test we had was a fraction test. I just simply type fraction there so that I know what tests, what marks are going in this column. And David got 67%. Just type in the 67. Remember, all the grades that go here have to be percentage grades. And Melissa got 94. Now, what you'll notice that in the weighted average, although we have only put in one grade, we have 26.8% and 37.6%. That is because it is weighted average. That is only worth 40%. So we are waiting for the grades for homework and project. So let us put in one homework just for an example. Let us say we got 98 here, and let us say we got 98, another grade there, right? You notice how the weighted averages are changing, right? Still, even with Melissa with 94 and 98, she now still only has a 57 average because projects, which is 40% of the grade, has not been put in. Now, if Melissa did not hand in her project and a 0 goes there or nothing goes there, she will remain with a 57% average. So let us see what is going to happen. Let us look at David. David did the project and he got 75. Right? And you notice now that David's weighted average has gone up to 76.4 and Melissa's remained the same at 57 until her project is put in. All right. And let us say that project was a kit. You can write, let us say, a kit, and you can write what this homework was. So once the information goes in, the spreadsheet considers all the grades in each area. Just to show you something, let me just show you. Let's go back over to source information. Let us say we had said that projects was worth 0 for mathematics, and we were doing 60% for unit tests and 40% for homework. Let's go back to the math tab and see what happens. If you notice, the scores have now changed because even though Melissa had 0 here, because it is 0, it is not considering the projects at all. It is only considering the homework and the unit test. All right, so once you do this for everybody. A feature at the bottom, you'll notice here, it is going to give you the class average. What was the class average of the fraction test? 80.5. The average of the boys, the average of the girls, right? And the total average will go through as well, and for the weighted average, right? So you will go through and you will do this for every subject area, math, grammar, comprehension, all the rest of that, all right? What you also notice is that we go to the summary page. Once we go to the summary page, you notice that information, there's David and there's Melissa. And when you go to their mathematics part right here, you notice, let me just carry it over a bit. You notice the averages for the mathematics has automatically come across 79 and 96. So once you do it for all the spreadsheets, all the coursework grades will come across automatically. All right. Now, what else is there for us to know? Here you'll notice on the spreadsheet, each subject area has a section for exam. So you're going to put in the exam grades. Because we calculate our average from exams, you'll notice that there is no average here until we put the exam grade in here. So let us say we got 80 for the math exam. David, you notice his 80 comes up there automatically. All right. So you put in all the math exams and all the spelling, all the exams, and you complete the sheet. All right, something else to point out on the summary sheet. On the summary sheet, I have also put, let us move across with this little scroll bar here. I have put the other subject areas. My understanding is that the subject teachers have been told that they are to come into your classroom and put the information in these subject areas in the spreadsheet that was issued by Mrs. Bennett. You will then go and look on that spreadsheet and come and put it in here. It I know it looks like a double up, but it is going to worth your while to put it here. Conduct, on the report card we have a letter that decides the conduct. Go and put those in as well. And then number of sessions, for number of sessions it's 148. If you just put the figure how many present, it will automatically calculate the absent from you. And you write in your teacher's comment, David is an excellent student who has worked well this term. And more attention could be paid to spelling. All right, whatever it is. I am also asking teachers, we need to be truthful on our report cards, yes, but I think we must be able to find at least one positive thing about every single child. So please make sure you write your report card, your teacher's comment in a way that at least there is a positive aspect to it. And if you are writing something negative, write something in a way that they can use it to improve, right? Um, so that is how we should write our teacher's comment. So here we go. Now all of that will be filled in, and it will be filled in for all the students. All right. If there are any questions, please let me know. What I'm going to do now is a second video that is going to show you how you use a completed spreadsheet to generate your report cards. All right. If there are any questions, please feel free to call me.